Hello, my name is Donna Ziegenfuss from the Marriott Library. This is going to be a short video where I'll demonstrate how to bring text into Excel for coding. This is an example of how I would lay out a coding project in Excel if you prefer to use this instead of NVivo or Atlas TI. So you're going to have a text that's going to be your widest column, which is where you're going to put the text. You have a category, you have a column for categories, a column for codes, a column for the article number, so that, for example, I would have 10 articles. Bringing in those articles, I can define what text goes with what article. And the ID number is just a numerical 1, 2. I would just number these rows all the way down, so that I would be able to sort by that column and bring everything back to the original order where it was before I started coding. This first row in the Excel spreadsheet is your header row. And I'm going to select that row by clicking on the 1. I'm going to go up to data and I'm going to click filter. So what that will do is allow me to filter by each column without messing up the alignment of the text, the code, and the category across the row. Okay, so this is what the template would look like. Then what I would do is I would go out to Word and I would copy, copy and paste text from each of my articles that I'm going to use to do the analysis into a Word file. I have 10 articles, so I would create 10 Word files, each one with a separate article abstract and information. You could put them all into one page, because what you're going to do is just copy and paste these into Excel. But if you decide later to go into NVivo or Atlas, they should each abstract should be in a separate file so that you can analyze cross articles. But as you can see, this is quite a bit of text to go into one cell. So in order to prepare this, to bring it into Excel, I turn on my invisibles by this show and hide, and you're going to put a hard return after every concept or idea that you're going to code. So in this case, I'm talking about the journey of an information systems PhD student. So this might be important if I want to look for articles about population in my study. Okay. Then this one's about NVivo for literature review. So I definitely want to separate that out and code that by NVivo. In this paper, NVivo is proposed as a tool. So this is another code for NVivo. So there's actually 2 occurrences or references for the code of NVivo. So that means this article is probably a lot about using NVivo as the tool. Here, I have one that says the researcher talks about rigorous and transparent literature review. So I'm going to leave that as one statement, but there's actually 2 ideas in there. One is rigorous and one is transparent. And these are both benefits of using the tool. Okay, but I'll leave it as one sentence. Then here's a practical example of a process 7 steps. So this is an analysis process of 7 steps. And it doesn't really matter about commas and all that stuff. You're interested in the text. Okay. So this is saying this is a well-known research software. So I could just, if I wanted to code that as commonly, common software, I could do that. And then this one is, in recent years, it's moved from the margins to the mainstream, which means that it's becoming more common. You want to get rid of all these individual blank rows, because when you copy and paste this into Excel, it will create an empty row for each line. So now I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to copy. I'm going to go back to Excel, and I'm going to paste it into my text column. So there you go. There's the text. No spaces in my rows. This one I thought was a row, but it's actually a date over here. So I'm going to call all this text article 1, and I'm going to make 2 1s, and then I'm going to click on the little square, and let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see that. And I'm going to drag down to the bottom. So since I highlighted the 2 1s, it saw that I want to do a pattern of all 1s. when I did it over here, I just clicked on the first one and started dragging down, and then it started numerating. Oops, so it just didn't work for me, huh? 1, let's do 2. So I'm going to just go down like that. All right, there we go. So you're going to go to Word and you're going to do this for all of your articles, your abstracts. And I would recommend bringing just the abstract in, because coding in Excel is more time consuming than if you're using like a digital product. Okay. So then I would go to Article 2 and I would do the same thing. And I would pull that text in and I would number that Article 2. Once you get all the text in, then I click on this little triangle over here, and then I click on, oh, I got to go back to home. I click on wrap text. And what that will do is wrap the text. Oh, but I don't need any wrapping. So let me make this smaller so you can see what wrapping actually does. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Wrap text. So now you see that it's wrapped it so that it's more than one row. And I'm going to highlight all the text again and say Format Rows Autofit. Still didn't wrap the text. So let's just try doing column 3. There we go. Okay, so now we have wrapped text. And that's so that you can read, because a lot of the times when each idea might not fit on a single line, it might be multiple, like this one, this is the title, and it's on multiple rows. So I made a little coding in progress to show you what this would look like. So here's all my Article 1s. Here's my numerical ordering, because I started coding, and then after I started coding, then I started putting these codes into categories. So I can sort by codes, and these two are about rigor. One is from Article 10, one is from Article 1, but they're both talking about adding rigor to the process when you use a digital qualitative data analysis software. So I'm going to call that category benefit is rigor. This one talks about transparency. Now you'll notice these 2 lines are the same text. These are the ones that I said I'm just going to bring in the sentence and then I'll separate it in Excel. So what I did then was I copied, and then I did copy, and then I did here, I did insert copied cells. So now I had 2 exact rows and I could do my second code. And I just highlighted which one is about rigorous and which one is about transparent. There's also a third line about this for coding and Vivo. But this is kind of what it would look like as you start coding. So you would go through and do all your coding, then you would sort your codes, and then try to pull things together. Like this is analysis method, analysis framework. Here's another analysis method. It says framework, but it also has the method. So maybe I might call that a method instead of a framework. Okay. And that's what it would look like after you start coding. The next video will show you how to code in Excel. So I'll actually go through the process of adding rows, highlighting the text that you're coding in the next video. But this video, so you just would paste in all your text for all of your articles all the way down, just keep going, and then you'll be ready to start coding. Okay, see you then.